Hey, good afternoon. It's Sunday. It's a glorious day to be alive.
It's the return.
It's the return. I know you guys have been waiting.
Fuck, you guys, I'm sorry that,
We got so many emails being like, it's Sunday.
People, they're requesting 4 episodes a week.
Yeah, we don't have time for
We
that.
don't have time. I mean,
sorry, we do.
we have so much time.
I have so much free time.
We just don't use it.
I use my time very poorly. And I'll be the first to admit, no one needs to like look from the outside and be like, so how do you spend your time? And like, no, I'm watching some obscure YouTube videos, like that German Shepherd versus the Golden Retriever.
Yeah, that was great. I thought you'd
But
like
that's
that.
true. I would watch that.
I know when I saw it, I was like, Peyton.
Yeah, because I like obscure food videos, and if we're gonna mix it with dogs, for one thing, that Golden Retriever's smashing. Like you could tell from that.
Oh, winner
still
by-
just like, he's like, and the German Shepherd's even looking at him. Is like, yo, you need to slow down.
No contest. No, our running joke of Pagan or Peyton, you know how like we joke about that?
Yeah.
It happens so often.
I know.
My dad, like, because I went to the Kokomo Marion game by myself Friday night.
By yourself.
So
Did you have to
sad. That
say
was so sad. The whole time I'm driving there, I'm like, this is so sad.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, this is so sad.
Was it fun when you got
It
there?
was.
Yeah.
A guy I played football with, shout out Teron. He was, just coincidentally sat down next to him, and we sat there and talked shit and had a good time. But no, it was fun. It was weird being surrounded by high schoolers and realizing like how much older I am now, like mid-20s. It was because I hadn't been to a high school football game since I played high school football.
Right.
And Marion's really good this year, so I wanted to go see him. But anyway,
Did they win?
yeah, dude, they're ranked top 15 in the state.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, yeah, they're fucking.
That's awesome.
Their running back is a special kid, J.K. Thomas. Shout out J.K.
He's
a
listening,
junior
for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely listening. He's a junior at Marion. He's a killer basketball player. Dude is just tiny and fast and strong. He's great. But my dad, I was on the phone with him because he was going to go with me, but then he wasn't feeling well.
Bought new golf clubs?
Yeah, got new golf clubs, and he had to go swing them. No, but no, he was like, well, I was like, I might see if Pagan wants to go because I knew you had to work, and he's like, you say Pagan or Peyton? And I was like, oh, it's funny. It's funny.
It's funny and it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. How'd you swing this?
Swing what?
Having friends that are obscure named for one thing, but so similar to the obscurity.
And they're both my best pals.
Best pals.
Who awkwardly run into each other at gas stations.
Almost like the next night. That's so funny.
He's-
He's walking out and I'm walking in. And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, look, we both are doing like the pointing thing.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, I know you. We
Yeah,
both
yeah,
know
yeah.
the same person.
And then like his first thing was like, you live here. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. No, and I had to like I even briefly like told him this whole joke of us talking about like, oh, Pagan lives in Harvard City. I'm like, that's funny because he doesn't, because
Yeah.
I live in Harvard City.
And he does.
And he does. And
You guys been hanging out?
Yeah, every night. Every night we play Super Smash Brothers for the 64.
Fuck, I bet you guys opened up about your feelings and stuff.
Yeah, and then we're talking about opening up like a little coffee shop, and then we're only people drink just like Folgers and play 64 Smash Brothers.
Wow, that's great because he's pitched that idea to me like a year ago.
Oh, how's that feel?
Awkward.
No, it's just funny because I fucking ran into him like the day after that I found out, and that just shows you how one thing,
Yeah,
how
really
small
small.
fucking Harvard City is. Shout out Village Pantry, they got the best snacks, they got the best drinks.
You don't get snacks or drinks from there though.
I get Red Bull, sugar free.
Yeah, but you haven't been getting snacks.
No, but I'm just shouting out
Because
Village
you haven't
Pantry.
cheated since the
Dude,
wedding.
Listen, I cheated hard on the wedding, and I'm
you haven't
still,
cheated
No,
since?
no.
At all.
Look in my eye,
Okay, whatever.
dude. My phone's blowing up.
Well, put it down, turn it off.
I can't, dude. I can't put it down.
Open your door for your son.
It hides my feelings.
That's what you said to me. But anyway. let me
Back to
tell
the
you-
football game.
Oh, no, the football game was
Oh, that
great.
was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, but I had my headphones in. I was listening to actually that podcast,
The Michaelia?
the
Michaela?
Jordan Peterson's daughter with Joe Rogan. She's the one. She does the.
Yeah.
She has the really bad autoimmune disorders.
Right.
And has
Yeah, I
for that.
watched bits and pieces of it. she's
pissed me off a few times.
she's
She's stupid. That's what I would say.
no, but like just looking at her for one thing, like she's oddly attractive, but like not at the same time
Yeah.
for me. Because I see Jordan and her.
Oh, I don't, because you watch them and I just listen.
Right.
So I don't
yeah,
get
so
to
like
see
that's what she looks like, right?
Well, it's blurry.
And then, okay, but anyway, if you played it, she also has like a lot of the same mannerisms that he has,
Yeah.
and just like how they say the same thing.
So it's
And I'm just
creepy.
like, and even stronger boner.
Oh, even
honestly,
yes,
yeah,
even
yeah.
stronger. It's like you're flexing.
Yeah. So
no.
but yeah, I listened to it. I'm just like, huh.
She's not. I shouldn't say stupid. She's not stupid. She's intelligent as fuck. But the reason I say she's stupid, they were getting into this disagreement that
Was it the
a poor
exercise?
diet. Yeah, a poor diet. She was arguing that if you are eating a poor diet, it's arguable to not have the energy, to literally not have the energy to work out. And Joe was saying, I never have the energy to work out. I just work out because I know I have to. It's discipline. It's not an actual like physical ailment. And she just kept like, oh, I don't agree with you. And I was just like, dude, it's not, unless you are as extreme as she is, where she has actual disorders, maybe you don't have legs, okay? Or maybe you are paralyzed, or those, yeah, you can't work out. But if you're just fucking lazy and fat, you have the ability to work out. And all he was saying is take a 10-minute walk after dinner. That's exercise. And she's still arguing some people just can't do that. And it's like, no, you're
I can see. I honestly, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
okay,
Yeah.
play it.
So because I listened to that part too, and I get what you're saying as well, but I also see both sides, and I definitely get what Joe's saying. I definitely get what she's saying too. I think how I interpreted it, but I could be totally wrong. I think when you get in the cycle of what you're doing, whether that be like eating shit and then like just not doing anything, it's harder to break that cycle, break that habit. However, I don't agree with her saying that just like, well, if you're not eating well, then there's no way you can work
Yeah.
out. Because like I know that,
No, that's
like,
discipline.
because fuck,
That's
I do
mental.
that shit. It's like it is discipline. However, I also think there's a lot of psychological things that might not be influenced by your food. It just might just be you as a person, that the discipline and like the lack of motivation, I think, could stem from something bigger.
As long as we can agree it's not a physical ailment, and then we can get
No, not.
Yeah,
I that's where we agree. Physical
Okay.
ailment. It's just like, well, fuck yeah, you can. Because didn't he say it's like, oh, you're walking to somewhere, you're
Yeah,
exercising,
you're
so
doing
you can do it.
something,
You can
yeah.
do it. But I think it's more psychological.
So
based.
so let's get into a spin off of it that they never touched.
Which I'm surprised, because she has like
Depression
yeah,
and
massive
stuff.
depression, and I was waiting for her to just bring that up, be like,
Never
well,
did.
I know, I'm like, okay.
Like that would have been a great point.
That's your
because-
point. That's what I thought. That's what I was waiting for. I was like, okay, we'll hit him with like, some days it's hard to get the fuck out of bed. It's hard to brush your teeth. It's hard to just like do
Anything.
just because you're so in it.
So exercise is the least on your mind when
Right.
you're trying to talk yourself out of doing something stupid.
Yeah, when you're just like literally trying to survive every day.
Yeah.
I think doing a 2-mile run or bike, that is just out of the question. But there's, and then I know Joe would say, he's like, well, that would make you feel better. It's like I get it, but like we're trying to bridge to get to the point where you're able to do that, and then you might feel
He
better.
also speaks clearly that he's never dealt with depression. He doesn't understand depression, and that. So I think he doesn't come about it in like a
shit way. No,
it's
at
not.
all.
It's
at all.
not like I don't understand it, so fuck that.
Right,
It's
right.
more of just like I don't understand it, so how about you? How about I bring all these people on and somebody try to explain it to me?
Sure.
So, which is cool to be open-minded like that. But
Yeah, but I totally agree. I think the part where I felt like that they needed to hit didn't, and they were just talking about like the physical aspect of it. It was just like, oh, so you're not eating well, so that just means you can't work out. That's not fucking true at all. I'd smash pizza and then go play basketball, or like.
And I'd be curious to what Joe would have to say about that, because, I mean, what do you do with that situation if you're both agreeing that you physically are able, but you have somebody that has dealt with crippling depression and somebody that's never been depressed.
Yeah.
You know, other than just sad. You know?
Yeah, everyone feels sad.
Everybody feels
but like
sad.
I think there's depression's easy to well, sadness is easily lumped under the umbrella.
It's an umbrella term for sure. But I would like to see his response. Like, at that point, when you haven't dealt with, when you've never experienced it, how do you sit there and argue? Well, then still get up and do it. You know, like
That's yeah.
how can you tell somebody to get up and do it when if they get up, they might kill themselves? You know, like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay here
Right.
because if I get up, that might not be a good idea.
Right.
But here, let's transition to something funny and happy, but still sad, which is my life.
Which is perfect analogy.
So Danielle was hanging out with Mally and her boyfriend Scott,
Okay.
and you know Mally.
I do know Mally, yes. I like
And,
Mally. She's super sweet.
I enjoy Mally and I enjoy Scott. They're good people. They're positive. They're you know they are very. They're very positive. Let's just say that without getting too in depth with big terms.
You lost me.
Yeah,
you lost me
right.
already.
I lost you already. So I had a fantasy draft and they were hanging out, and I think they asked Danielle like, "Why doesn't Brandon come over? Why doesn't Brandon like hang out a lot or something like that?" And she was like, she made me smile so much when she said this. She told them, you know, he likes you guys a lot, but you're just too positive for him. Like he likes to be sad. And like went into depth, like explaining like, you know, he gets enjoyment out of like transitioning how he feels and making it seem like a joke or making it seem less impactful than it actually is.
Right.
Or I have a completely different mindset than most people to where I don't believe anything means anything. I don't believe
Sure.
anything matters. I make my own things that matter, and that's what gets me
Through the
this
day.
fucking
Yeah,
life.
through the fucking day.
So, and he was just kind of looking at her like I was crazy. Like, why would you want to be sad? It's like I don't want to be
It's
sad.
not that you,
but I am sad, so I might as well roll with it.
Right. and it would be much harder for you to just play that persona of because I think it would be more detrimental to you if you're acting like everything's super positive and happy all the time, but inside it's just such like just a turmoil between
Yeah,
both.
exactly.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, well, why doesn't Peyton want to do this? So it's like, well, because you fucking bug me, and
Yeah.
it's not anything against you. It's just like shit.
You breathe. I'm sorry. It's you just breathe. No, and it's like she explained it way better than I ever could, and the way she was telling me, I was just like, "Fuck, I love you."
Aw.
Like you get me.
Yeah, you get that's like that's a
You
that's
get me.
for sure.
And to be even to like bluntly say, and if you guys end up listening to this, I do enjoy you, Mally and Scott. You guys are great people. I just don't have that much of a positive outlook on things as you do, but I still enjoy it. And there's no way I'm ever going to be able to explain into words exactly what that means. But
I think the people that get it, get it.
Yeah. If you
They're
get
like,
it,
oh,
you get it."
we know that. We know that
Yeah.
feeling. And it's just like another one for me because I totally agree. And you know, you and I think that's why you and I hang out so well together,
Yeah.
just because we roll with like the same punches. It's I don't want to be a burden to anybody's good time.
exactly.
You're like, you guys are in it, and you guys, and I'm just like fucking. I'm the weird. It's not weird at all because like I feel like I can adapt to most situations
Yeah.
and be like personable
And all the awkward feelings are within.
Yeah, and
so
I
you're
and I
not
just
projecting
keep it,
them.
swallow it down.
Yeah.
But and yeah, because it's so it's like, what who the fuck cares? Like, what matters in all of this? Yeah, I have people like that in my life that are that I don't know if they're as positive as them or just like have that like outlook of positivity, but it's more like
I don't want it.
and it's not even that
I don't want, like, I just don't. I don't know, dude. And it's weird. I'm so used to the way I feel. I don't want it to really change. That's fucking weird, but it's who I am now.
Sure.
It's what makes me feel like I'm funny. And it's what makes
what makes you, but
Yes,
like in
it's
like
what makes me me,
Yeah, and
100%.
It's like a veiled. Okay, so like you you have a persona that you display for people that isn't really you.
Yes.
And because I do the same thing, it's just like, oh, like, because you have to. I think you have to.
Everybody
almost
does
like
it.
it's almost like a defense mechanism because, shit. It was just like last night. I think Carly and I were talking about. She was just like, you don't act like this when you're here, and she's like, I didn't tell her any of like that. She's like, I can just tell. You're different from when you work than when you're outside. I'm like, fuck yeah, like, isn't everybody? And she's like, no, this is who I am at all times. Like, that's weird.
That is weird.
That's so weird to me. It's just, and it's a defense mechanism because, like, I feel like, for me personally, I can't speak for anybody else or even you in this because we're so similar like this, that it's a defense mechanism for me because that's like guarded to me. That's like my thing. And if once you get past whatever sort of like buffer that I put out, once you get past that, that just means that you mean more to me than you did.
Right.
It's just like, okay, well, here, this is me, and if you don't like it, then we can go back to just being like casual friends. But like past this, it gets fucking weird and it gets deep.
And if you do like it,
this is you're in for a treat.
Yeah, a big old treat.
This is who I am. It's not really changing.
You ever been on a roller coaster?
Yeah, there's a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
That's right.
It's exhausting, I'm sure, for other people.
Yeah, I try to, like, when I'm going to have my moments, I try to just let them be big ones periodically every few months.
Just get them out of the way.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy, like, dropping, once a week.
No, that's
No,
hard.
just hit
but
them
I do
really
that.
big.
I do that.
I know.
I do that. It's yeah.
Hey.
They're getting amped too. They're getting amped too because they know how we feel.
Take your stupid little brains and fucking increase your IQ.
Just do it right now.
Listen to me. Stop making noises.
I think they listen.
Dude, he pouts like I beat the shit out of him. I don't.
I know you don't.
I love my boy and my little sweet angel girl here.
Because okay, so like another thing that people that just like, and I also fuck, dude, it's deeper than what that we're saying because it's not easily explained.
Yeah,
within,
you can't. How you put it in?
It's hard to put into words how one feels. That's the story of my life.
It's like a bag of sand.
Yeah, and you just like try to grasp it, and it just keeps going.
Oh shit, that's a good
It's just
metaphor.
going through your fucking fingers.
You ever try to pick up sand and just hold on to
That's
it tight?
us. That's us.
When you let your hands go, it's gone.
Yeah, so like the remnants of what's still in your hand, that's our positive vibes, but constantly it's just like falling.
So for me, happiness is this metaphor of sand in the hand. Sand in the hand. Got that sand in my hand.
That's what we're naming this.
Yep.
We don't even have a title. It's just gonna be called Sand in the Hand.
Sand in the hand. So happiness is like that for me. I get it a lot when I hear a nostalgic song, or especially if I'm just driving and a song that means something to me comes on, and I'll feel that that overwhelming glow, and then I recognize it, and I become in the moment with it, and that's when I know that little moment is happening. I know it's going away pretty quickly. It's like once you grasp it and you start focusing on it,
yeah,
it's gone.
That's like the scary thing too, because like even in like a short sense of a song, and you're in the moment and you're aware and your mood has definitively changed. It's about to not be. You're about to not be in this mood.
Exactly. So
It's fucking wild. It's really weird.
This is my mindset.
And you're like aware of it, and you're just like, that's why I listen to sad shit all the time. All right?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I would much rather stay in this like state than feel like a glimpse of happiness for a second and then go back to it, because I know that's what I can't be like that all the time, and it just fucking sucks.
Yeah. So you might as well just roll around and
hey, so like any new friends I make for the rest of my life, I hope you like a lot of sadness, because that's
what we do.
That's what we do, unless I get some professional help. But
so for me, and I just thought of a way to put this into words. This is what I do on like vacations or family gatherings, or really like anything in my life, and it's probably one of the most negative things I do. When I get in that moment of that happiness and I'm attached to it, once I know I'm in that moment, I'm focused on the time I have left with it, and then I'm thinking about, and I'm counting down to like when that time's over. So if it's a short song, you know, I know it's over with.
Or like a short trip,
or a short
like,
weekend.
yes,
I'm like, fuck,
yeah.
dude, Sunday's coming up.
Yeah.
And it's Friday, and all I can think about is Sunday.
I know, and it sucks because like it takes you. Everyone's like, just live in the moment. Well, technically, we do at that moment, but then we just start like agonizing about like it's about to end. I'm right there.
I go to work.
I'm right there with you, dude. I'm right there with you. That's why like fucking days off just fly by, and then you get to a point where you're like, fuck.
When we go to
Fuck.
When we go to Budapest, dude, we're not coming back.
I might not. We should be monks.
They got monks in Budapest?
I don't know, man.
You're stereotyping a country.
They got rednecks in America? Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Nowhere.
There's a KKK rally
Huh?
in southern Indiana. There's like 7 people there.
That's
Turned out
depressing too.
I know. Like, you can't even get a group. Like, come on. Where are your friends at?
Where are you hiding?
They're not dumb enough to come out in the park and.
Like distribute some literature. Be like, hey, this is what we feel. Hope it impacts you as much as it does me.
They give biker gangs a bad rep, dude, because they're all wearing biker jackets with patches. So now, anytime I see somebody on a motorcycle with patches and a leather jacket, dude's a fucking racist.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily.
For sure.
I keep going into the southern act. Is it me? Is it just always that?
I think it's you, man.
Why do I stress the end of my sentences? Like that.
That.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's that mean? Like.
I don't know. I think that's also a lot of just how people talk around this area. So yeah, I think
I just
we're
don't
not
like
wrong.
my voice.
Yeah, you do.
People listen to you.
No, they don't.
What if they could just mute one of us and only listen to one voice? I wish we could do that and just hear what our conversations sound like. Just me.
We'd sound fucking bonkers. No, but like let's go back to the sadness real quick.
I'm in it.
Because when I legit, so I messaged him. I messaged my friend here that I'm talking with, and I was like, I can't wait for Sunday to podcast because really that's all I look forward to. Right. And it's true. It's true. And now, granted, there's other great things in my life that I am passionate about and enjoy. But like seriously, like as of right now, it's just like there's not much.
Yeah. Let's make that different. What are your dreams? What are your hopes, desires?
I think on like the broadest sense of that, I think the most just to be happy, really, because I think that's what matters most. Because I've been honestly like I can joke now about not being happy in this small scale of time, but there was a time before this that it was much worse, like terrible. I mean, and honestly, I'm afraid that to go back to that, and I'm also afraid that it could be just like right around the corner. But so like every day I battle to not be like that, and so I allow like little bursts of just like really self-deprecating emotions and feelings,
just to get it out.
Yeah, kind of like what you were saying. But how it was, like for example, like when I was in Bloomington, living in Bloomington, it was impossible to get out. That was like the worst that I've ever felt in my entire life.
We wouldn't be here.
No, I know. Like shit, man. And so it's weird because like going to Bloomington was a huge step for me, and it just fucking crashed and burned. But I think I learned a lot about myself, and I learned what I don't want to be like, and that was it.
I don't want to be like that.
I don't want to be like that, and I don't want to feel like that, and I don't want to. I just don't want to exist in that state. And now, if that were the case, if that's how it would be, it'd be a struggle, because that 2 years was a massive struggle, and it was just like and it was just a culmination of things. It was a culmination of being away from family during a really difficult part of my life, of kind of going through some shit with like relationships, and being away and like being isolated and not knowing anybody in Bloomington, and no one really understood how I felt because I couldn't just meet anybody in that state. It's just like, you don't want to get to know me right now. Like, this is not, I'm just not that good of a person right now. I could be friendly, and then we'd be like, so lack of like funds and trying to like literally find ways to like make money to eat and go to like this school where tons of people have like
So much money.
so much money
Can I
and
borrow some?
yeah, like
Have
give me
some?
your funds.
Please.
So, yeah, I don't want to. I'm so thankful that I got out of that situation, basically like ending my lease because I still had a year left, and I still paid on that. Don't get me wrong; it's not this. I was paying for a
Yeah.
place that I didn't live in.
That's
But I think for them is like just talking about like the apartment complex, they were super cool because I was late a lot and they didn't charge me any over fees, and which that's how they make a lot of their extra income is fucking doing that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a day late, that's a $25 charge. But like I'd be like a week late and then I'd be paying installments, nothing. And I'd like, oh my God, they were such sweethearts. And it wasn't like I was trying to get out of the lease to like not have to pay. I was trying to get people to move in with the guy that I was living with, and he wasn't making it easy because he didn't want to like live with just some stranger. And I'm like, yo, this is like my fucking personal mental stability to focus on like getting back out of the negative financially and emotionally. And so I just said, when I moved back in January. It was just the end of that semester. I moved back and I was like, fuck it. Listen, I'm just going to keep paying on it. I don't care if you find a roommate. Honestly, because I'm so done with this situation. I'm not going to hold any grudges if you don't even try to fucking get a roommate. So enjoy just living by yourself really for the next year. And
He did.
yeah, fuck yeah, he did. And so I just like, I mailed him a check every month. But granted, I had money at this time now because I,
Got a job.
you got a job and so finally once I got out of that, it was just like that was like the end dot, the period to that chapter.
It's over.
And it's so weird because thankfully my friend Stevie, and then he moved down there because he was doing his PhD at IU, and so I was able to at least hang out with him, and then Chris moved down there, and that was a great help. Man, I got so fucking sick one time down there.
Drinking?
Huh?
Drinking?
No, like
just sick.
Because I was just like, it's not that I wanted to take really poor care of myself. It's just kind of how it was happening, and this sickness lasted for like 2 weeks, and I was like photophobic, where like light was fucking me up. I would like look at the light and it just like fucking pounding headaches. I had a really stiff neck and shoulders, and that is like a sign of meningitis.
Ooh.
And I'm like, fuck. And so I went to like the CVS med box or medical clinic, and like, and she was shining light in my eyes. I'm like, oh fuck, that sucks. And she's like, are you like, okay, so like these are your symptoms. You have a really stiff neck. I can tell just by how you're holding yourself. This is potentially could be viral meningitis or bacterial meningitis, which if it was bacterial, you could die. You could die from bacterial meningitis, and you'd need a spinal tap. And I'm
You
like,
didn't have that.
No, but I did have meningitis. I had the viral.
How'd you get that?
Fuck, fine, no, dude. Fucking that Bloomington life. So anyway, I was at the med clinic, right? And she's like, listen, we can call you an ambulance, take you to the ER right now, or do you have somebody that could take you? And I'm just like, it would have been one person that would have been able to take me. And thankfully, Chris was there, and he was like, fuck yeah. And so I left my car there, and he took me, we went to the ER, and
Could you have drove?
no, they wouldn't let me.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't let me. They're like,
But
listen.
could you have?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I wasn't like, because I drove there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to be taking an ambulance. That's just like,
Oh, yeah,
in my
$4,000,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so he took me, and I stayed in the hospital, I think, for like a day, like overnight. And I had insurance at the time. Thank God.
Yeah.
I had, it was the Obamacare. And
Hey, Obama!
Yeah. And like my bill was like $200 instead of like whatever it could have been. And I immediately felt better once they started giving me IVs and like fluids. And I just felt so much better almost instantaneously. And they gave me some. They checked to make sure it wasn't bacterial, and they're like, we really hope that you don't have to have a spinal tap. And I'm like, I really do too. And
get some
thankfully
cool
it didn't.
drugs?
They just gave me some. Yeah, they gave me. I forget what they gave me.
Some Lortab, some hydrochlorine.
They gave me something because like they could tell like I was like I've just been in a bad state for a while. So they gave me like shit that just like increased my. I don't remember what they gave me because I was so fucking out of it. But they gave me something that I like immediately, other than the fluids. I don't know if it was something within intravenously, but man, I just felt so much like the fucking clouds parted. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck have I been doing? And so yeah,
Let's go find out what that was.
I know. I need. It was like
look up your chart.
I would have to. Let's do it right
Call
now.
him.
Can I see my chart, please? Just text
Call
it.
him.
Text it. Yeah, I need that
I'll
every
take
day.
some of that.
Yeah, and so like I said, after that was like a really low point at that point, and then
Yeah, because they gave you happy pills, and then you got fucking with.
no, not even that. Not even that. I think that was the lowest point. Just like feeling so sick, and my grandfather passed away at the time when I was down there, and my mom was having a really hard time, and I couldn't afford to drive back as much as I wanted to, and it was just like, I'm here, I'm struggling too, but I know you're struggling because he was basically in hospice care, and I couldn't. She would tell me shit that she had to do, and I'm like, oh my God, don't ever get sick, Mom, please,
Yeah.
because that's gonna be fucking
My mom's
rough.
just missing right now.
Huh?
She does that from time to time.
Oh, okay.
She, yeah, I definitely get my mental health issues from my mom. She'll just disappear for some time, and then, like, it used to freak me out, but
It doesn't.
now it's been like 4 days, and she won't respond to anybody. We have no idea where she is.
Oh shit.
But my sister always freaks out, like, have you talked to Mom? And I'm just like, look, she's out doing her thing. You should watch Shameless. She's kind of like a very mild Monica.
So I've seen some bits and pieces because my mom and my dad and my sister, they all love Shameless, and I just never really got into it. But they would always be watching it if I'd go to their house, like Shameless was on.
Yeah.
It was like the new Seinfeld because my dad fucking
So
loves
good.
Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld too. It's like one of the funniest fucking shows, and it still holds up, and it's fucking wild. But back to your mom, I'm so sorry. Okay, so like Monica, which character is that?
The mom.
Okay. I didn't even know that there was a mom in the show. I thought because
Exactly.
Frank point fucking proven. God damn. That's perfect then. Because all I was aware of was like Frank.
I didn't like that laugh I was just doing.
No, it's true though.
I didn't like it at all.
So Frank, I'm aware of Frank, and then what's her face, like the main
So
actress?
you got Frank, Monica, Fiona, Lip.
Yeah, Fiona. And Lip's the brother, right?
Yep. So it goes Fiona, Lip, Ian, Debbie, Carl, and Liam.
And it's taking place in Chicago,
Yep.
right?
Southside Chicago.
Yeah. I know.
It's a really good show. They hit the whole like the last few seasons they've been hitting hard on people coming in and redoing all these like really shitty neighborhoods and putting in like coffee shops and yoga places.
Oh,
and like these people
like
are
the
already
true
struggling.
gentrification.
Yeah, like they're struggling as it is in their neighborhood. Now the prices in their neighborhood are jacked up. They don't have the money to move.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's like true life. This is
That's
what
they're hitting right
happens.
now. So they got like, young kids in the middle of the night, like breaking into these places or breaking the windows. Like, yo, get the fuck out of our neighborhood. We don't want your nice shit. We can't afford it. You're gonna
It's
bring.
not. Yeah, you're not. This isn't stuff for us. This isn't like the working class stuff. Yeah, that's true though. I mean, like we hit on that topic before, but like that's just like a common theme of jacking up prices because they bring in like revenue that the people that are directly in the vicinity of this new place cannot afford. So they bring in outside people, and then it just be like, it's like how New York operated. It's how Chicago's going right now, Cincinnati. Just like there's affluent wealth in places with such struggling financial people. It's just you're gonna have this like dichotomy of like, well, and they're like, oh, but the crime. It's just like, I'm like, well, no shit. Nobody wants your fucking shit in here. It's like, you built this for us. Like, this is just how we're trying to it's just everybody trying to survive.
Yeah, let's put in IKEA right here.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love IKEA. I've never been.
Yeah, because we can afford IKEA. No, I can't.
Yeah, you could.
I
But that's not the point. That's not the point.
yeah,
I get
I
it.
was
It's
gonna
like
say,
let's get like an obscure coffee dog yoga place. Like, oh, we love this. This speaks to me on such a level. This mood You know,
Let's
it's
put
like
an
when-
art gallery.
Yeah, let's put a fucking art gallery.
Fuck it. Let's put a nice apartment complex for $1,100 a month. All right.
We got it. Perfect. Done. People are moving out.
Grand. You want to try this?
Yeah.
Be careful.
It's a new jewel, right? You
Something
just
like that. You just hold it down and suck on it.
the story of my life.
Get you some of that. Oh, is it dead?
I don't know, bro.
Let me see.
This is jewel we're talking about, nothing else.
Oh, I think it's dead. It's great.
What kind of jewel is that, dude?
It's one of those new jewels that are new to the jewel game. No, but for real, there's this one called Bo or something like that. It looks similar to a jewel. The flavor and design looks cooler. And if it wasn't $30, I'd probably give it a whirl.
Give it a gander, man.
I don't want to pay $30 for it. I really just need to stop jeweling.
Yeah. Yeah, same, honestly. But it's not even like, it's just fun to do.
It's so fun. Makes me feel like shit though. It makes my chest heavy. Hard for me to run when I do run.
Leg spaghetti.
Dude, the Eminem new track, dude. New disc.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before we started the podcast. But I like the difference between people being like,
Greatest and worst.
yeah.
I don't have much of a hip hop rap IQ. I mean, I know what I like, and I'm not like new to any. I mean, I'm familiar with every genre of hip hop and rap
Right.
from the '80s up. That's
I'm not, and so I don't speak about it because I'm definitely not the person that wants. You want my hot take on rap?
No, that's
you know what I mean. It's just like, well,
That's my point.
I like what I like.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean like.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I've followed it so long. I have a expert opinion on it. No, I'm saying I followed it long enough to where it's really just shit opinions being thrown around. Like, who gives a
That's
fuck?
what
if
the
you like
fucking
it or not?
internet is, man.
Fucking stupid.
Dude, we're canceling the internet after this. We're gonna get all of our podcasts on, and then we're gonna cancel the internet so no one can listen to it for one thing.
Great. Now you guys don't even have an option.
We'll record this on cassettes and we'll distribute to everybody that like to listen, and so we'll just be a cassette podcast.
You know what I'm
from here on
tired of? Speaking of that,
out. Cassettes. No, I don't know what.
no, I love cassettes.
I do too.
Let's get them back. We'll do the podcast on cassettes. Flip it over for part 2.
Yeah. Next hour and a half, because if we're gonna do cassettes, we're gonna do like, no, what can a cassette even hold? It can't even hold that much. That's the thing.
I'm not familiar with cassettes anymore.
Well, then they'll copy to VHS, and then when we get the video, we'll record on those like old school, like you got your video camera on your shoulder.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
yeah, it's gonna be like home movie style.
The only cassette I have is Shania Twain. Probably. Or like Savage Garden. But anyway, you know what I'm tired of, dude? You know how I'm out here, putting our name out on Instagram and whatnot? Don't like a picture I post of Danielle and I and like it 140 times.
I wonder why.
And then I post new episode.
It gets 2
18.
likes. Yeah, no, it's
No, don't scroll.
Yeah, you like that.
Give
shit.
me the pity like, dude. Just pity me.
Endorphin me. Every time, every like, I get
Send
that
us money.
endorphin. Yeah, send us
I
money.
know every like just spikes up the way I feel.
You want us to be happy, you give us likes.
If you don't want us to kill ourselves, like our shit. This is a cry for help.
It's all resting on you. Looks like it's getting kind of cloudy out.
When it rains, it pours. In
Dude,
my life.
Yeah, let it fucking drown me. If I jump, let me sink. Ooh,
Damn.
it's fun to say.
Let's sing it.
I don't know how to sing it.
I jump, let me sing.
You're pretty good at clacking.
You like that? I can't whistle.
You know who can really whistle well? Barry. Barry can fucking tune those things, and you can hear it rooms away, and he just fucking he gets like the trill and like the vibrato, and he just like staccato and just like I'm like, man, and he's like,
It's probably how you got Joni.
yeah, fuck yeah, it'd get me. he was doing whistling like because he loves Elton John, and he was just like doing Rocket Man whistling. I'm like, dude, that's fucking like that's perfect.
That is pretty good.
It's fucking awesome.
Rocket Man. Remember that song I showed you? Oh, great.
Yeah, that
The Young Thug.
Yeah, the Rocket Man.
I'm a Rocket Man.
It's so good.
I wonder if people like to hear me sing.
They do. We're gonna get our most views on this episode.
So, you know how we have the Sweden listener?
Yeah, they're gone.
No. And how last episode we were like, yo, email us. We want to know who you are. Blah, blah. I checked to see if they had listened to that episode, and they did. Why are you not shouting us out? Are you even in Sweden? Are you faking it?
No, dude, they're pinging their IP to Sweden or something.
Why are you
to
doing
make
that?
To make it think that we have a global audience.
Is it me? Did I do that?
Nah. Yeah, is it you? You're like,
I forget. It's one of my personalities.
I sometimes will IP out to like fucking Malaysia. Get that Malaysia content, you know, that worldwide Malaysia web.
Ooh.
And then so I'll start listening to the podcast through that and be like, man, we have a Malaysia listener.
There's a lot of sex trafficking in Malaysia.
There's not sex trafficking everywhere, bro.
In the United States.
But
Can we not talk about that and talk about how this guy got this job? How did he get the fucking?
dude, it works really well too.
I don't like him.
I don't like him either. Like, who makes that face when they're launching something?
What's
like,
he fucking launching?
he's launching Hulu, obviously.
No, his wife just walked out the door and he's about to put some porn on. Is what he does.
Yeah, his wife's walking in. He's like, launch
Big ditties.
big ditties. I got a ditty for you. That's a
it.
song.
Is it by P Diddy?
What are you doing, man?
I don't know, dude. I'm just acting wild. I don't know. I'm not looking anything up.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm being
We're-
crazy.
we need our what's his name? Jamie. We need Jamie.
Jamie. I was watching some magician on there. Hold on, man. How was work this weekend?
Yeah, it was all right.
It's all right.
It was all right.
Wasn't great.
No, it was fine. All of our regulars were gone though, so. But it was cool though. We were busy enough to get by, and I'm just glad Mikey's back. Honestly,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a plus.
yeah,
That's a plus for show.
shit just kind of runs better when he's there. It's kind of how it is, but that's Mikey. Shout out Mikey for being on the episode last night. That was
Yeah.
super fun. He said he listened to it and he says like, "I'm so sorry, I was awkward," and I was just like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Did he say we're awkward?
No. He said it was just him. He's like, I was acting weird, and I don't think. Well, for one thing, if that's like, if you're not used to doing, because I feel like if we listen to ourselves at like the first few episodes, we might be like
Super
trying to be like something that we're not. But like, they literally, just talk, just be you, just.
The only awkward thing was trying to fuck my dog.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. Or trying to get him off.
Super fucking
Just
weird.
trying to get him off.
You were trying to get him off, dude. It's fine. He made me some really good eggs after you left.
Yeah, that omelet. Was he making an omelet, or did he just make
He
eggs?
scrambled eggs. He scrambled them up.
Were they better than mine though that one day?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes, they were better.
Shout out! I got to shout out Nathan Deal again
Nathan.
because
It's
he.
Nathaniel. He hates Nathaniel.
Okay, all right, but it's Nate to me.
Yeah.
Big N.
What about him?
So, dude, he was like telling everybody at the bar last night about our podcast, like fucking going, like just fucking killing
Oh,
it. And I'm just like,
dude,
dude, thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, he was being super cool about it, and then he was like telling in-depth stories. Like he does listen, like he fucking kills it. And I'm just like,
Thank
that's
you.
dude. We really appreciate that sort of like listen. I mean, not just like listening like halfway and be like, we're, you know, but he's like catching up to episodes. He's like, I'm 2 episodes back, but I listened to all of them. I'm like, fuck, dude.
We're gonna get him on here.
I told him, like, dude, you need to be on the podcast. It'd be super awesome. Because
Let's make a deal. That'll be the episode.
it's like, no, I told him last night we're going to do a segment. It's going to, because every time we shout him out, because we do it every episode, it's going to be called Dealing with Deal.
Dealing with deal.
He fucking lost it. He loved
That's
it.
good.
Yeah, but no, thank you. Seriously, like.
Bring the WeMac. We don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have any WeMac.
No, but thank you. Thank you to everybody else that listens. If you don't listen, whatever. You don't mean anything. If you don't listen, you don't mean anything.
Yeah, if you don't listen, then obviously you don't give a shit about our happiness, because the only way we get happiness is if we go on our feed and we see how many people listen. Yeah, sorry, not every episode is going to be gunshots outside. All
Why
right?
would anybody listen?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Why would you
Like I
listen?
said, like we both said, and we were both agreeing that this isn't for them.
This is for me. This is for you.
This is us just kind of get time to get together and just relive the glory days of our week.
Instead of, cause like, shout out Pagan, you fucking
let
me talk some shit about
fucking
Pagan.
burst, yeah.
Let me talk a little shit about Pagan. He always like gets on me because we don't hang out a lot, or like I'm busy or whatever. But when we do hang out, he's always glued into his phone. Like literally the entire time. I'll have to yell at him like, why are you even here? You know? So this gives us an excuse to not just like sit there, get either engulfed in Boy Meets World or in our phones, you know, even though you still pick up your phone and shoot texts and plan meetings and, you know, do your...
Always planning meetings. I'm that sort of entrepreneur that I need a meeting set.
I used to think I wanted to be like a busy businessman.
You're such a busy businessman.
Fuck that, dude. Nope. I don't want, dude. My plate's already full and it's not...
And it's not even involving anybody else. It's just because you have to have like, okay, so you know how they have the FDA, it used to be like the food pyramid, and now it's like the smart plate.
Yeah.
You know, 75% of that is just like how I need 75% of my own time.
Yeah.
Like and I'll give you that 25% chuck to like work, but I need to be able to. I need me. I need me in my life.
Yeah, that 25% is those 25 hours a week you work.
18 to 20%, give or take some floaters.
What, when you poop?
Yeah.
Floater.
Listen, if you don't flush when you poop, like immediately once the poop hits the water, you're fucking up.
And you're
do you do
screwing the
that?
next
Do you do
person.
that?
If I drop it and it's hot, if you know what I mean, I'll flush it because I don't want people. Because if it's like a raunchy ass, you know, but it just depends.
Yeah, I fucking is it like falling?
It's still connected. Yeah. It's like still connected. It's like halfway in the water.
Yeah, I'm just like fuck it, pull it out.
Take it away.
Take it away. I'm sick of this shit. Literally.
I've had experiences where it's like this is giving birth. This is equal to pushing a baby out of your vagina. Any feminists out there disagree with that?
Try pooping a log that we produce.
Did you see that meme I sent you where the guy was arguing? The guy was arguing why he should get titty pics because it's misogynist to not do it.
It's just the body.
It's just the body.
Yeah, he's on some wordsmith.
That's funny.
Dude, he's on it.
That was funny.
I would send him.
Are feminist jokes funny, or are we so far into the feminist movement that it's not funny? Or is it because it was always a joke for so long that the feminist movement is putting an end to all these like jokes? Or where do we draw the line for what's going to be funny and what's not?
Well, I think that applies to a lot of things, honestly. That sort of like, where do we draw the line? I think that applies to most things. But
I just feel like comedy is open shot for anything.
Oh, for sure. But I think you can do that in a smart way to not, because I think the majority of like how if somebody's listening to this, that we would think like a feminist joke would work out. It'd be like feminism, blah, you know what I mean? But there's so much more smarter ways to kind of like also elevate like the trials and tribulations of like how, you know, women are perceived, and you can kind of elevate that with also being funny at the same time.
I think it depends on what kind of hat you're wearing.
Yeah, you need to wear a big hat.
Because like if you have a rebel flag hat and you say some shit like that,
like I know what. Yeah.
But if you got like a Nike dad hat on,
also fuck you.
No, it's probably still fuck you.
Like, did you see that thing about like the Ariana Grande performance of?
You grabbed her boobie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Fuck that guy, dude. And like her face is just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I went up to Danielle because I wanted to like. I didn't even tell. We were at the family reunion right before I left, and I saw the post about it, and I was like, so I'm playing both sides in my head as I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, this dude's on live TV, like awkward hand positioning. He probably didn't mean to, and then I'm also like, all right, well, let me see what this would feel like if I were to do it to a woman. So I walk up to Danielle and like I reenact the hand placement, and I'm like, dude, that's 60% tit.
Yeah,
that's so much tit.
He went for it. And also there's like, because I didn't watch it, nor did I like listen. I just, you know, see that thing and like blurbs of just what people post, and obviously he's grabbing tit. Like that's full tit.
But can we say for certain that he meant to?
He said he said he didn't, but it certainly looks like he did.
What do you do? Like, do you ruin somebody's fucking life over one accidental hand slip?
Yep.
I disagree.
No, I don't know if you ruin it, but like there's obviously room to
Well,
to grow. But
The comments are flowing, dude. The hate. People are probably telling him to go kill himself. Like, fuck.
Also, he
man.
said that he thought her name sounded like a Taco Bell menu item.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
He kind of does.
But
See,
like,
if you're on a stage, if you're on a stage,
he said that
that's funny.
he said that at the funeral.
He said it at the
He said it at the funeral.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He's like, first time I saw her name, or heard her name, I thought it was a Taco Bell menu item. Yo.
Okay, if you're at the Laugh Factory, I'm crying.
Yeah.
But if you're at fucking somebody's funeral, I'm probably like awkwardly cringe laughing within, but that is so fucking fucked up. You can't do that.
So, if
Hold
you,
on,
okay, so.
real quick, this is what my sister just sent me, the top one.
Oh, nice.
That's just
That's just how it goes.
that's just how it goes. But anyway, yes, go ahead.
So then like I was scrolling through Facebook, and someone had posted about it, like shared it, like through Channel 13 had a post about it, right? And then I went onto their page's comments, and there were so many people saying, "Well, look at what she was wearing." Like I thought,
Oh,
that's
that's
like,
not
dude, that's
okay.
like top level like misogyny. That's like that'd be like someone saying like, "Oh, well," because there's tons of layers to it. That'd be like someone saying like, "Oh, well, racism exists because you just said the N-word," because there's more to that.
Yeah.
It'd be like, "Oh, that's just such an easy cop out," being like, "Oh, that's just what she's wearing." That's so easy to just make that statement, but it's not. That's like level 1 misogyny.
Yeah.
When there's like tons of levels. That's like, oh, that's the easiest thing that you can say, and there's tons of people.
It's a straw man argument.
Both men and women saying that comment.
That's stupid.
And then you'd have the people that would be like, because apparently she had made this post saying like "fuck America," like, and then she apologized for saying it. I don't give a shit if that's what she said. That doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Yeah.
But but then they would just like post. People in the comment section were just posting the video of her saying that. I'm like, so she said this. That means she should get groped. Like at a funeral,
Exactly.
like groped in general, but like you're on like a fucking nationally televised funeral for Aretha Franklin. You're performing. You got fucking Bill Clinton in the background, just like fucking meat gazing.
I love it. Fucking weirdo. Let's go ahead and look at it if we're gonna talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it, let's look at it.
I've got to apologize because I have to brush up.
Look at her like body.
Dad, you are old at 60.
Jesus.
When I saw Ariana Grande on the program, I thought that was a new something at Taco Bell.
Right?
Girl, let me give you all your respect.
Like, how do you even react to
Did
that?
y'all enjoy this icon? She's an icon herself. Come on, make her feel love and greater her step of the city of Vegas.
What's she saying?
I don't know, because she doesn't have a mic.
No, I mean, like, what is she saying now?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know what she's saying.
Cause like, what do you say if she didn't feel uncomfortable about that at all? Like, okay, probably she did, but
Well,
what?
dude, you can tell.
I know,
Look
but
at her like body language.
What I'm saying is,
You're
I'm saying if she comes out on Twitter, does a press release of like, I didn't feel uncomfortable, I don't feel like he was groping me, and I thought the joke was funny. Then what do you do? Like, oh, okay,
go based on what she said.
okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, people are still gonna fucking
Yeah, people. Yeah, but that's like any topic, but just based on her. Now, if she did that, that's fine. But just based on that video alone,
I saw your name on the program. Not that
you're a grown woman.
God.
As you're fucking grabbing her. That's fucking wild, dude. And then he apologized. He was like, if I grabbed her in a way that was offensive or, like, I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, motherfucker, you were... We see the video. That's the thing. It's just like there's definitive uncomfortableness from her. Like she is leaning back at like a 45-degree angle from him when he's like just getting closer. And I'm like, that's just how shit works.
You don't
That's
even
just-
know each other.
You don't even know each other.
Why are you grabbing her?
Yeah.
Like, why are you even touching her?
That's exactly it. Why even need to? You
The
could do like the friendly hug, the ass out 7th grade prom hug.
the light just went off in
Or,
my head.
or just like you shake her hand. Fuck. Why do you gotta be
why are you
so
holding her?
Why you be
the
like
whole
getting
time?
close?
Why you got your hand?
I only hold you.
You hold me like that and it feels safe, but I feel safe already. If the first time we ever met, you came over and did that, I don't know, dude.
You chop block my throat.
No, I'd feel like you were gonna hurt me. Like sheep.
Like a fucking danger. Like this is like red flag everywhere.
I'd be like, wow, you're tall.
Wow, you're and handsome, right?
Wow, look at your hands.
Look at your hands.
You ever see the guy with the world's biggest hands? He's got huge hands.
No, I don't. But
He's a arm wrestler.
does he win? Just
Oh, he wins every time. I'm just gonna type in huge hands and he'll come up. I guarantee it. I've never done this before. I've never looked up huge hands. Hung hands.
this is YouTube, buddy.
Huge. Dick. Just kidding. Huge.
Huge abscess on jaw.
Fucking hell.
Dude, do you know how to do this?
I'm not good at it. Bear with us.
Bear with us. We're still growing.
I need to be able to talk into it and tell it.
Yeah. So we're searching huge hands on YouTube. So if you've never searched huge hands,
I'm sure you have.
who hasn't?
There he is.
Jesus Christ!
He's the real life Popeye.
Oh my God!
Bigger hand, forearm, one back, foot. I've been through multiple tests. Never give me a correct answer. What caused it, why. I guess it's not an obvious that things I don't know what I carry.
Okay, yo, those are some fucking meat hooks.
I know it's just small. Otherwise, I can do pretty much anything. Just learn different things with what you have.
Damn, man. Like, no, those hands are no fucking joke.
South Dakota,
So, yeah, he's South Dakota.
Why is he even allowed to enter arm wrestling contest?
Look at that guy sizing him up.
people are intimidated by the size of my hand. Not quite sure what to do with it, how to grab.
Dude, that's fucking dope, though.
Give me a little advantage that way.
Dude, he's like, his hand is just.
So big.
Oh my God. Dude, his hand is literally just like swallowing that guy's hand.
I wouldn't even. I'd be like, dude, you don't even get to play.
He's holding her hand. He. Okay, so he has Popeye arms, for one thing.
Yeah.
And his hands. Look.
People are amazed that I don't really train or work out. A lot of guys that spend hours in the gym.
He's doing door pulls right there.
Fortunately, I'm lucky enough to be
Dame.
strong enough to get there with strength. A lot of people say I'm a superhero or maybe
So
I'm,
not only are his.
I don't feel
His
that
legs
way.
are big too. His
If it's
calves.
trained that way, I guess I'm honored to have that. To me, I guess I'm not.
Is that like birthmark on his arm too?
Probably.
No, one was enough to do, which I think goes a long way. There you go.
Jeez.
Strong. He doesn't.
I'm so impressed, honestly.
Yeah.
That hand is massive.
Huge hands. His name is the real life Popeye. I would just Google that. So.
And not only the length, just the girth.
What are you talking about? Just kidding.
His like palm. His palm is massive. Dude, just think of getting slapped by that thing.
It's probably slow.
Nah, dude, if it connected though, you'd be on the moon.
Nothing's connecting.
Damn, are we? This is how we end in this? Nothing's connected.
Well, there is nothing that's connected, or everything's connected. I go through phases where I believe both. It just depends on what psychedelics. I'm just kidding.
But we're not.
We're not. You know.
So you're going back to the family reunion after this?
Yeah.
All right.
What time? Well, how long are we in?
Well, we're at an hour. Do you want to?
We're at an hour.
We're at an hour
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
1 hour. Still 1 hour exactly. No time's moved.
No,
since I
no.
talked.
It's like we're not an hour. We're 59:20.
We're
59:21.
going 40, another 40 seconds in. Yeah.
Well, Haley had invited all of us to go to her house after this.
Oh, thanks, Haley. Shout out, Haley. Can't because she has her family reunion. But
Well, I didn't know. I thought it might have ended. How long does family reunions last? Is this what happens when families like each other?
Dude, there's 10 kids. There's
Jeez.
there's 19 grandchildren.
Jeez.
There's aunts, uncles, cousins. Like it's a fucking. They're all drunk and crazy, and I can't drink.
But where are they? Where is it being held?
Out in the country at her parents' house.
Okay, right on.
Dude, I went through 3 fantasy football drafts with not drinking. I'm at this fucking reunion not drinking. It's tough.
It's tough. Well, you got your coffee at least.
I've been making iced coffee at home.
What's in there?
Half and half and coffee.
No. Is that still ice in there?
Ice, yeah.
Dude, that thing
Stays
dude,
cool forever.
holes then, man. That's impressive. Is this a Yeti?
It's a knockoff.
It's a nice tumbler you got there.
You're a tumbler. You want tumble?
I wanted to go to tumblr.com.
When I don't even know what that is. But when I get mats down here, do you want to learn some jiu-jitsu? We just get sweaty and roll
100%.
around.
Well, because I'm already sweating no matter what, but I'd love to be rolling around with you too at the same time.
Great. I can show you some really great moves. Yeah,
I like the
dude.
sound of that.
I have to pee really bad, and we need to get going. This
Yeah.
was a really good episode. We talked about a lot of great things.
Yeah, this is great. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Shout out to the real ones.
They're always there.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.